Hey, what's up? You are now tuned in to the Lite Podcast. I'm your host, Joseph, and I'm here with my brothers Mike Story, Ramsey Janti, and Reggie Harris. Here on the Lite Podcast, our focus is to inspire you to be the best version of yourself through impactful conversations about faith, family, hustle, and health. Why? Because light bring more light. Hey, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Joseph, and I'm back with my guys, Ramsey Janti and Mike Story. Welcome to the Lite Podcast. What's going on, fellas?
Man,
Doing good, man.
glad to be back, man. Glad to be back.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm down here in Florida, giving the pops, respect. Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, yeah,
so
right,
Ramsey on the move again. He was
Right.
just, hold on, bro. Since last episode, where have you been?
I was in North Carolina, then Virginia, and now Florida.
Oh my God, bro. You on some stuff.
Man, on the move.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you, to be honest, though. You know what I'm
Gotta stay
saying?
moving.
Yeah, that's what's up. Mike, how you doing, bro? How was Father's Day?
Man, it was good, man. It was around family. A little bittersweet that day sometimes, but it was cool being around, excuse me, around family and everything. It was cool. They didn't know the past video. They didn't see the prayer.
No, they missed the prayer. They missed the pre-show prayer. God decided he was gonna come get you.
Get you right.
Nah, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
I feel
But
that.
it was
Man.
a fun time, man. Had a good Father's Day.
Yeah, Ramsey, how was it for you going to visit your dad?
Bro, my parents forgot it was Father's Day. I was thinking I'm going to surprise them, be like, oh, hey, I'm coming down. I'm here this week. Oh, okay. Your sister's going to pick you up from the airport. And I get there. Dad, happy Father's Day. He's like, oh, he didn't know what to say. So he just said happy Father's Day back. I was like, happy Father's Day. He said happy Father's Day. I was like, you don't say that to me. I say that to you. Unless you know something I don't.
That's why Ramsey on the move all them states, dodging that child support.
I ain't mad at you. So y'all, if y'all hear a big rumbling in the background, it's because Ramsey is currently in a hurricane in Miami right now. You know what I'm saying? He's currently in an active hurricane.
Ramsey
So
dedicated, man.
Bro,
no,
hurricane
real time.
season is crazy in Florida, though. Like every day, every night, it's just this. People just live like.
Y'all got boards in y'all windows and stuff or not?
Nah.
No, just bars.
You dare.
Just
Bars, bro.
Yeah, I know it. I know.
Hey, we don't play about
Oh, man.
ours.
Real
See.
talk. Real talk. No boards, just bars.
Bars.
We ain't worried about water. We worried about them niggers.
Man.
I got insurance for the water.
Yeah. Ain't no insurance for them
Yeah.
zones.
Everything.
That's too funny, bro. That's too funny. But yeah, man, Father's Day was cool, man. So I got a fishing pole. Yeah,
Oh.
that's right. The
That's
city
our
boy
fishing
gone
pole.
fishing. Yeah, bro. We went fishing for the first time on Monday. So I've been asking for a fishing pole because I had this epiphany
Yeah.
after watching Army of the Dead, the new zombie movie. I was like,
Netflix.
yeah, I gotta be real with myself. Like, if everything hit the fan, bro, I'm not prepared to make sure my family can survive. Like, we gonna die. Like, I just had to be real. I had to have a real moment. Like, we always talk about it all here. Like, bro, I had to sit with myself and be like, listen,
I ain't got no survival skills.
I ain't got no, bro. I'm from a huge metroplex, bro. Like 3 million people type stuff. Like, bro,
Yeah.
if it hit the fan, bro, I don't know what to do. So I was like, all right, I gotta learn. So I started, telling my wife we gotta go camping. We gotta learn how to do the whole 9 yards. I gotta start fit, bro. All my YouTube suggestions right now is catching fish and how to fillet them. like all of them,
Hey.
bro. Like,
Well,
Hey,
if
you
you're
go
ready for us,
plant-based, bro.
huh?
Let's go plant-based. You good? Just gardening.
grow your
Nah,
own.
bro, I want some fish.
Nah, I feel you. I do too.
Hey,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
got your apocalypse preparedness. I'm sure our homie Phil got you on that. Shout out Phil.
Shout out to Phil, but you know what I'm saying? I'm probably not gonna trust Phil in the pot. I feel like Phil might turn cannibal. If push come to shove, I feel like Phil will go there.
Man,
He gonna do what he gotta do to survive. Phil gonna
Phil
make
be
it
the
out.
leader. Phil be the leader of all of them. Phil be the leader.
I'm telling you, no, Phil would be the leader of the army.
All them vampires or zombies or whatnot.
They all bow to Phil.
Don't get them. Don't
Told
get
y'all
them,
not to
y'all.
play with.
No, real talk. Shout out to Phil, man. Amazing human being, bro. But yeah, so we a wonderful leader of the zombies, and also active in the Marines.
Army or Marines.
We gotta get it right. We gotta get it right because
right.
yeah. You know, he's active in the Marines, so we want to salute our brother for serving our country and making sure we do have some freedom. So Phil, much appreciation, much love, bro. But fellas, while we on the conversation of service, I threw in the group chat the other day. I was like, hey fellas, what's on y'all's heart to talk about? Ramsey, you brought up something, bruh, that I feel like is much needed. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, man. I was thinking actually it's something that you posted. We're talking about it as well, and we've had these conversations. Man, all the conversations we talk about, we've already had, like in multiple ways. But I was thinking, what is a leader? Are leaders born or are leaders made? You know, some people say leadership is a born, man, you got to be born with it. Some people say, nah, you got to go through something to get through it. But yeah, what is a leader? And is everyone a leader? Can anybody be a leader? So that was my thought. And not leaders of the zombies or the undead, but I'm just talking about leaders of alive humans that are around walking.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you guys think, man? What is your thoughts on leadership? What makes a leader? Can everybody? Answer that second question, actually, man. Y'all think leaders are born leaders, or do you think you got to go through something that makes you a leader?
I think maybe a combination of things. I think one, you can lead yourself, you know what I mean? And I think, like we always talk about, the foundation gotta be right. You gotta lead yourself. You gotta continue to search your heart, everything. But I think what makes you a leader is when you have like that knowledge for yourself. You know what I mean? You have knowledge of self and you have like knowledge for self. So like I'm making everything I know applicable in my life.
Out hot. Okay. Get out. Come on.
You know what I mean? But like,
knowledge of self and knowledge
for
say that again.
So like you have like your knowledge of yourself and you have like your knowledge for self. So like I have knowledge of how to stay healthy and how to be fit, but to make it knowledge for myself, I feel like that's when I start working out and what my words are matching and aligning with what I'm my actions, my behavior. So I think like that kind of puts you in that leadership role, because then like people start looking at you. But I think you gotta be like very careful with it though too, because like your ego can get in that way.
Ooh, okay.
You know,
all right,
we're going too deep.
No. Let's get it. Come on, let's go. Let's go there.
Ego and leadership.
But like that ego getting in the way. You know, like we've seen like many different leaders. You know what I mean? And starts off right or whatnot, or I don't know why it starts off, but you are who you are. You know. I heard somebody say the other day, they was like, man, I did so much for this team. Man, I did everything, man. I was even fighting other dudes for the team, man. Coach did all this. I'm like, bro, you was fighting people before the team.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Don't try to put that on the team. That's who you was, you know what I mean, or who you are. So I think like you just gotta recognize like who you are when you get into that role too, because it's a serious role. But as far as like being leaders made or leaders born, I think it's a combination. I think once you kind of get the knowledge of yourself and everything, it's like, what do you do with it? You know?
That's good. Yeah, I definitely think it's a it's a combination of the two. I think you can be born a leader to a certain extent, like you're born with certain traits that are just leadership qualities. You're just born with them, like you know what I'm saying, assertiveness, You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're just an honest person. You're just vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're a great communicator. Like
Right.
those are great leadership traits that you can be born with, right? You can just be a natural at those. But then there's things that you have to learn. Like you have to. That's the funny thing about leadership, bro, is in order to occupy a position of leadership, you have to forever be in the position of student.
Always, yeah.
Ooh.
Always.
Okay, who's catching fire now?
No, I'm just saying.
Say that again. Say that again. In order.
No, in order to be a leader, you have to like forever be in a position of a student. Like you just have to constantly be learning. Like Mike, like you said, you have to constantly be learning yourself, making adjustments within self. And then also you have to constantly be learning from others, right? So like I just feel like it's just a combination of both that can make a really good leader. I think you can be a decent leader with you know what I'm saying, with like one or the other, but to be like to transcend that and be like, okay, I'm really like an impactful leader and I'm taking people to the next level. I think it needs to be a combination of both. What you think, Rams?
Man, yeah, I think it is as well. Like a lot of what you guys said. I think what you one thing you pointed out is just like there's a difference between talent and leadership.
Oh, we going there. Here we go. Here we go.
Because you can be born with those characteristics. Okay, you're a great communicator. You're really assertive. You know what you want. You make decisions quickly. You don't get fazed by things. You don't get knocked off of your course easily. And that's great in the part of leading yourself. But in order to lead others, do you have that either through study or either through life experiences that you learned, or either having a leader who poured into you? You got to have something to learn to actually that you go through that helps you become that leader. And those natural, and if you have the other thing, like what you said, like if you had all of the knowledge and you were reading and learning, but you didn't really have those natural talents, you'll get there to a certain, and if you have all the natural talent and you didn't have any of the other stuff, you'll cap at a certain point. And then that cap is up to how much you're willing to grow in that talent or grow in that learning, from people. So anyway, I definitely think it's a combination of both. I think the best leaders are born, and then either somebody or themselves sees the potential in them and points them in the direction so that they can start leading.
You know what's funny with leadership, bro, is like when man, and my mentor, Pastor Richard Martinez, he told me, and we're gonna talk about, we got to get to mentorship in here too. We got to talk mentorship and how crucial that is. But my mentor, Pastor Richard Martinez, he was telling me, he was like, here's the thing, Jay, like no matter where you are, if you're a leader, people just gonna gravitate to you to follow, right? And so what I learned was in my life is that isn't just people who lead you to do good stuff, right? True. So leadership works both ways, right? So like if we're gonna be, this may be a little controversial, but Hitler was a phenomenal leader. Like no like, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the, you know what I'm saying, to the Jewish community, but like, bruh, he literally got people to believe a whole people group needed to be like wiped from the face of the earth. Like for decades. Like you see what I'm saying? Like, bruh, it's some stuff in there to be said about his leadership qualities. Was he leading people?
Impactful leader.
Oh, that's the word. Yeah, that's it. Napoleon.
It's
phenomenal
like
leader.
To distinguish like between the good and the bad leader, it's like, what's your content? You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you saying? And who are you leading?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
where
like, want to be a leader. Yeah, where you lead them to. You can lead them straight to destruction. What was that pastor that did that? Jim Jones or something like that?
I don't know. But Jim Jones, the rapper, please, we're not talking about you, bro.
Oh, no, not at all. I love the Weather Channel, man.
You know what I'm saying? Love the Weather Channel. That's funny.
I don't want no smoke.
None. No disrespect.
But nah, it's like, what's your content? What are you doing and who are you leading? You know, I think you got to ask yourself those questions. And then like, are you trying to push yourself into a leadership role? You know, sometimes I feel like I may have like a certain knowledge of something, or I feel like I'm coming into something, like it ain't time for me to speak yet.
Oh,
It's
that's
like, it's time
key.
for me to remain a student and learn, so I get to where I can master that and discipline that for myself in my own life. But I just can't go out there speaking. Cause like if I try to go out there speaking about something I don't really know yet, like what am I saying? Am I just trying to debate with somebody about something, or I'm like leading them wrong way? You know what I mean?
So what we got to understand is that there's a difference between a strong personality and a leader.
Wow. Because we don't make that distinction.
We don't make the distinction. We associate somebody who's that, you know what I'm saying, they chest poked
Assertive.
out, dominant, assertive. Yeah. Another good quality you would want in your leader. But like, so for instance, I ain't gonna say no names. But I know somebody who a pretty good basketball player has that quality, assertiveness, they hard worker, right? But they don't have the knowledge and understanding of actually what it takes to be a leader and what the position of a leader actually is, right? And so he came into a situation for his basketball team, right? And he was like he walked in day 1, day 2, and was like, yo, as the captain of this team, like coach ain't voted him. Hey, the players ain't voted him. I'm like, what, bro? That's not how that works.
Yeah. If you're leading and there's nobody behind you, you just taking a walk.
Right. Right.
Come on, hold on. Run that back, bro. Run that back.
Saying, somebody used to say that if you're leading and there's nobody behind you, you're just taking a walk.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that
figure it out, come back.
Yeah. Like you said, it'll gravitate. People will gravitate towards you.
So let me ask y'all, what type of, okay, and we're gonna transition into like the mentor space, but what type of leaders do you guys look like? What are qualities like, or people, you can name the people that like you follow, that you gravitate to, like as far as who you look to for leadership? You know what I'm saying? Who are those, who are they, and what characteristics like attracts you to them?
Yeah, really, one of my leaders right now, we'll transition to the mentor part, whatever, I'll just say within it. But man, one of my bosses, actually, he's one of the VPs of the whole entire university, but you would know it by the way he walks around. He doesn't introduce himself like, I'm hzALU, VP of, he just says, hey, what's up, man? And he makes sure that he knows all of the people around, tries to get them know on a first day. So I think it's humility to be like, the humility to not introduce himself based on his title, because he knows himself beyond that. And then also to not treat everybody based on their title. He knows them by name, and he wants to know a little bit about each person. So it really feels that in this whole like school that he cares about everybody. And I thought that was an amazing quality, something I definitely wanted to emulate, to know that people, I don't know, people feel like you care about them, because people don't want to follow somebody who they don't think cares about them.
That's good. What about you, Mike?
Kind of like a lot of things, same things Ramsey said on his. My dad, though, was the one I really looked at as my leader.
Love that,
you know
bro.
what I mean? And,
love that.
And a lot of his lessons, even though he's gone, still reign in my head and play out in my life time and time again. You know what I mean? But something that he was always kind of with, I noticed over in his life, was like his integrity over intelligence. Even though he was smart, intelligent about a lot of things, he had integrity with it. He ain't gonna just, because he was a pastor, he just ain't gonna drop something in your lap, it's gonna shatter your world. You know what I mean? He was respectful. You know what I mean? Everything he did, he moved it with integrity. His word was his bond. You know what I mean?
When he said something, he would do it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow. He was humble. You know what I mean? How Randy said, humility. Alone. Leaders, I feel like a lot of times when you kind of get that knowledge, something kind of separates you a little bit. You just can't, you kind of come to a space where you're kind of more of alone, you know what I mean?
Bro,
you going there.
You going there, bro. You going there. Come on. Come on.
But that one, then another one, man, I just kind of like noticed in his life, he was a servant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now we get into it.
Like everything my dad did was servant. I remember when we was younger, and so it goes like, but the next thing I'm about to say, when we was younger, my brother and I went to the school. It was a private school. You know what I mean? My dad was a pastor, and he had a health food business at the time as well. So he didn't really need another job, but he went and got a job as a janitor at our school. Why? Because he wanted to keep an eye on my brother and I and what we were doing and how the school was treating us and everything. He was concerned. So he put away like, you know, the whole manhood type thing. I'm good. I got money. I ain't got to do this, or type, you know, just that mindset. Don't want to serve. Don't want to clean no restrooms, because his mind was so focused on the mission. The mission was to raise his boys, and that was at any cost. So like, I think like for those are the type of qualities like I noticed in his life that I'm trying to learn myself. You know what I mean? I'm not there all the way yet. I'm trying to get there. Each day is another step. So like people that's listening, you know, like we talking and stuff. We ain't all there yet.
No, not at all.
We just trying to talk like what's going on. The truths that we're finding. And if it can help us, benefit us, maybe it could do the same for you. If not, you know, hope you enjoy listening. I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying.
No, that's real talk. That's real talk. My sheep know my voice, bro. A leadership principle. No, that's a leadership principle, bro. My sheep know my voice. Man, that's amazing, bro. Because I think about you know, probably outside of my dad, the most influential man in my life was Coach Bailey. My dad always spoke about leadership, but he didn't necessarily teach like, okay, how do you do this thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, and when he did speak about it, he spoke about it in the context of as a point guard on the court, right? And so while there are things that can translate into real life, that's not real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? The basketball court isn't like ball isn't life. It's a metaphor. It can be a metaphor, but it's not life. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, but my Coach Bailey, man, this dude was the most wild coach I ever played for. He was 100% himself. Like, it just seemed like he was just the most confident dude in what he did and what he knew. And that's what that was the original thing that was like, oh, okay, I can get down with this. Like, yeah. But as I got to know him and I just saw how committed he was to loving this group of misfit junior college basketball players and wanting the best for us, it just did something to me to where I was like, oh, wow, he not looking at us just like, you know what I'm saying, on to the next. Like, bro, there was a moment, I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast, but I feel like I tell it all the time when I talk about him. But he, one day we couldn't go over his house for a Friday. He used to have us come to his crib every Friday. And bro, this Friday, for whatever reason, his house wasn't clean. Like, so he called me, Jake, get all the guys, come around back. I got something for y'all. I'm like, Lord Jesus, who did? Like, bro, we finna be running out in the parking lot. Like, and so, bro, we go, I get everybody, we go to the back, and bro, he pulls out bags of McDonald's. Like, and he start giving them out. I'm like, we all looking like, bro, what is going on? Like, what are you doing this for? Like, he don't, like, we just ate at the cab. You know what I'm saying? We straight, like, and bro, he used to start pacing, and he's from Kentucky. He's from Kentucky. He like Kentucky country though. Like, and so he's daggum, sick 'em boys. And he literally starts crying. I'm like, bro, we all looking like, what is wrong with this man? Bro, he started crying over the fact that he couldn't serve us by inviting us to his crib, bro.
Wow.
Like, he was so like convicted to like open his home and bless us in that way and model what it looks like for a husband and a wife for us, that the one Friday he missed, like, bro, it broke his heart, bro. And I remember being like, I had never seen a grown man cry before. I remember being like, bro, what, like, who is this guy? And like, what the heck? Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's countless instances like that, bro. But just like his vulnerability, bro, like that's what really got me. Like, bro, seeing a man be just straight up vulnerable, like, bro, he cried. You know what I'm saying? You know, bro.
Yeah, that's rare.
Like, you know, bro, we in JUCO. You know what I'm saying? We got dudes straight who getting
cussed out,
bro. I'm talking about dudes just got off the block, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They barely made it to the you know what I'm saying, to the college, like, and they might not be here long. And here he is crying because, you know, he loved us so much and wanted to like bless us so much. Like, bro, that's what did it for me on the vulnerability.
Shout out Coach Bailey, man. That's amazing.
Man, shout out Coach Bailey, bro. He's still one of my mentors to this day.
He's still
Straight up,
coaching in about 18 years, man. I got somebody for him.
No, I'm gonna send. He at the University of New Orleans right now. So yeah,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. If Trey ready, you know, he'll get him right. I promise you. Sick him. Yeah, bro. But you know, but another thing I think is crucial. You know, when we talk about like what the types of different leaders like we like to like tap into is like, okay, so I love the movie 300, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this saying that I've adopted, and I tell Cash all the time. It's like lead from the front. Right, leaders don't lead. There are people who lead by like, you know what I'm saying?
You only lead
like
so far though.
Say it again.
You only can lead so far though.
You know what I'm saying? There's
People
some
look
leaders
behind them. They look in front. You know, so you telling the truth, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like in the movie 300, what I love about King Leonidas was he was really in the trenches with his guys, right? He was like really in the trenches with his guys. And then recently, I rewatched We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson. And bruh, in that Joker, like I remember at the beginning of the movie, he says, I'll be the first one on the field, the battlefield, and I'll be the last one off. And so it like zooms in on his foot when they first get there, hop off the helicopter, boom. And then, you know, you forget about it. You watching the movie all heated, it's emotional. And then it got like when the battle ends and like they getting picked back up, you see that one moment like that. You know what I'm saying? So how crucial is it like as a leader just to be in the trenches? Because I mean, you guys lead, like y'all lead people every single day, whether that's your family or the students or the young men that y'all work with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what's y'all's approach to leadership?
Man, I feel like go about my bad, Rance. You got it.
Man, I think what you said is like 100% like that. I think that is essential to my leadership philosophy. I feel like if you're not there or letting them know that you're there in the trenches with them, that's how you lose morale, because people need to know that you're bought in, right? And how much more it's so hard for people to believe that you're bought in if you're not the first one there, whether it's a meeting or whether it's, you know, if it's like business type stuff, you're not the first one in, last one out. They're like, man, is he really putting in as much work as we're putting in it? Or is he just sitting back, you know, sipping strawberry daiquiris and just enjoying, you know, he comes at here 10 o'clock, leaves at 3, and then we out here doing this, or whatever it is that you do. You know, it could be a shift manager at Chick-fil-A or whatever. If you don't believe that he's in there with you and he knows what it's like to be a fry cook, you know, they're not gonna. You lose morale. That's how you start losing. That's how you. I hate it. This is my pet peeve when you go on a job and you just have people who talk crap about a boss all day. That's all they want to do. That is like depressing to me. Like even if it is a bad, I was like, either do something about it or stop. But that's when that stuff starts. That's when that stuff starts, because they don't believe. People wouldn't talk like that if they didn't believe that you were. If they believed that you were for them, you know. So I think it's essential. That's what I'm saying. Because I could go off about that pet peeve for a while. But back to you, Mike, man. What do you think about it?
And you kind of hit it on the nail. I mean, I think you got to put that work in. You know, whatever it is that every area that you're leading in, you got to put that work in. You got to become that almost. Otherwise, people ain't gonna respect you, like you said, Rams. You know, look at you like you all had a person on that teammate before. Come on, y'all, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. Like, bro, you missed practice all week.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
Want to be here. You know what I mean?
If you don't sit
you skip. You don't touch the line. Like, bro, I'm not trying to.
Now you just want to talk because people are around. The crowd is here, and now you want to speak. You know
we had a player like that. Remember him, Mike?
Which one? Say his name.
Honestly, I don't remember Brett's name. He was skinny and tall.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name.
He evolved.
You can't start, but those are the people who want to start clapping. Come on, guys, we got it.
I hate the come on, guys. So Mike, I got a question for you, bro, because you work with you lead a significant like group of like young men who are like at a really, really like pivotal point in their life where it's like it can go this way and get real bad, or it can go this way and you know they're for the betterment of themselves. So like, what are some like things you do as a leader, like in order to model to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, or give them hope.
One thing I really focus on building a relationship with them. You know, how can I lead you if I don't have a relationship with you? You know what I mean? And building that relationship, I listen to them. You know, sometimes if it's just something minor in your day, man, I'm in the back, talk to me about it. You know, I'm gonna listen to you, and I'm gonna follow up with you days later about the same thing you talked to me about. Just to let you know that I'm invested in you. And but that's a couple of things that I do, and be honest with them. You know, I think so many times younger people are lied to. You know, like you got to be honest with them. It's up to them what they're gonna do with the truth, but you got to trust that they know how to handle that. You just got to be honest with them. And if I tell them I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna follow through. I'm gonna do it. But that's like a couple things I do, and you know, I try to model it too, as being a man around amongst other young men. You know what I mean? But just by being myself, I'm not gonna try to be something I'm not. You know, if I ain't do it or I ain't that, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't tell you nothing. I can tell you what works, but in life, as much as I can. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I'll point you to who can.
Hello and welcome to the Multi-Minute on the Lite Podcast with Reggie Harris, founder and CEO of Harris Multifaceted LLC. Well, I wanted to come to you guys today, and people have a question. Say, hey, are leaders born or are they created? A lot of times we try to put people in leadership positions that may have done the work, but do they have the natural ability? Do they have the natural emotional intelligence? Do they have the natural skills that it takes to propel people and to empower people to become a better version of themselves and to get a task done? So here's the thing that I want you guys to look at when we talk about great leaders. They are born with foresight. They're able to see things before it happens. They are able to envision things, and they are also able to strategically put things in place and people in places in order to get things done, and in order to make sure that everybody is involved and everybody has a piece of the pie and everybody know their role. Great leaders are going to also study too. You know, if you're a great leader, you study, plus you have those natural abilities, plus you put in the work and you grow yourself academically, emotionally, spiritually, in all those different ways, you're going to be a great leader. But if you don't have that natural ability, it is okay. It doesn't make anything wrong with you. It just makes you a great follower. And every great leader needs a great follower, and every great follower needs a great leader. So here's the thing with that. Neither is no greater than the other, and both of them have their roles in the success of whatever it is, whatever dynamic, whether it's a team or whether it's a job or whether it's a family dynamic. Everybody has a role to play in the success of whatever that entity or dynamic is. So thank you again. Peace.
No, real talk. So when I think of this, I think this plays out best with like a certain NBA team. I think it plays out best with the Warriors, right? And so a lot of people's gripe with the Warriors during their run was like, well, Steph ain't no leader. He ain't no leader. And I think like a lot of people who understand leadership and like the difference between talent and like leadership was like, duh. Like, if you really know, oh, Draymond is the leader of that team. He's the voice of that team. He's like, Steph may lead in, like we said, like talent. He just sweet. Like he just the best.
Points,
like,
assists.
You know what I'm saying? He's just like extraordinary. And when you watching it, like you said, it's like, bro, you watching a master at work. And that's like
glimpse of God.
The word awesome literally means to be in awe of. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so you're watching in awe and then you want to follow, but it's like, that's not the guy to follow. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the one you're going to follow into battle. He just, he the shooter who just like, I ain't going to miss, bruh. But he's not, I don't want him to be my general.
Sniper.
I want to roll with Draymond. Like, you know what I'm saying? He understands communication. He understands, even the admiration, like people talked about the situation with him and KD so much, but like what they didn't talk about was like, Draymond could literally bring out the best in KD.
Yeah.
He knew what to say to him.
KD
he knew
said
when
that,
to say. He said it, bro.
Yeah.
He said it. He knew what to say to him. He knew when to say it to him. He knew when to get him the ball. His spot. Like, bro, that is leadership, bro. Leadership is putting your people in the best position for them to be the best versions of themselves, bro.
That's an X.
Ooh, I love that. Say that again. Say that again.
Come on.
That's the X.
Yeah. That's what he was, bro.
Leadership is putting your people in the best position. Say it.
Oh, you talking about me?
I thought you told me. I was like, yeah,
I
like
was in too.
Professor X.
Yeah,
I was
he was like, shit. He said, Mike said that. Mike, you said that like, yeah,
That too,
Professor
that's
X.
I was like, I guess he cool.
Yeah.
And cartoons and stuff.
No, but that's what Professor X did, right? So
Yeah.
leaders are people who put people in position to be the best versions of themselves, right? So I want to set up like the people.
Because Wolverine would be just some crazy dude without.
He'd
X
just be
being
some
like,
crazy dude. If 100%, if Professor Xavier wasn't able to like take his talents and like guide them and nurture them and empower them and understand them and communicate with them, like, bro, that is leadership, bro. That's like leadership at its core.
Characteristics. You know, Phil Jackson, you start looking at a lot of coaches and leaders, people like Greg Popovich, they know where to put their guys.
100%.
Masterminds, like you said.
Yeah, bro.
That helps me so much, guys, because you know what? I think about that and I think about my own like life and my career. I never thought of myself as like the very best at anything in the job. Like I'm not the best at the Excel sheets to know like where each student needs to go, like into all the rooms.
But you making God, hey, calm down. Whoa, wherever you going, slow down, because it sounds like God pissed.
He said, "You are the best." Don't you?
No. Come on, talk that talk. You know, build yourself up. Come on, he did not like that.
Sorry, Lord. Thanks. I know I could be, but like as far as like being a residence director or working with college students, I figured out like more recently as I got older and got myself into the role, or anything that I do. I'm really the best at putting, or what my job as a leader is to put everybody in the best position they are in to succeed. I'm not the greatest like event planner for students. Like we did this whole thing, Black History Month. I remember at Evangel, I was just like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what you guys want to eat. I don't know like catering and all this. I know you're really passionate about catering. You're passionate about doing the dance team. Or okay, cool. I know some people who can dance. Let's do this. I mean, you're passionate about poetry. Dope. I know some people who want to do poetry. Like I couldn't do any of those things individually great at all. I'm not going to cook the food. I was a little nervous because they wanted on the menu fried chicken and Kool-Aid. I was like, whoa.
I don't know if we got anybody who can do that. Yeah. Big Mama ain't here. Big Mama is not working at this university.
But powerful. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I took all that, what I thought was like not being excellent. Because like Draymond, he's not the best scorer, actually one of the top passers, but he's not the top assists getter. You know, he's like, on paper, he's median.
He's just mediocre. But he's mediocre. On paper, he's mediocre.
On paper. Yeah. And so that's how I looked at it. And I was like, on paper, man, I'd be messing up on the spreadsheets sometimes. I'm not the best at like knowing the event planning, all that. But like, nah, I know how to get everybody to run through a brick wall for me. I was like, yo, we're not going to have a semester that's boring because like we got masks on and everybody we're going to do an event. We're going to do something. It's going to be live. People are going to enjoy being on campus and they're going to get to know each other.
Facts, man.
Yeah,
that's good. Just good. I feel like for any kids that's watching, man, do not get lost in that. Like when you're like on the team or when you're just young like that, you can see your friend, he's the best at this. You know, the other guy's really great at this. And you're like, man, what am I good at? And you're trying to search and you're trying to like, if Draymond tried to be KD, Steph, or Clay,
wouldn't work.
He would have missed everything. He would have missed, you know, his calling, man. That's like, Dre is amazing. And everybody knows him now. If he was trying to be KD, he probably would have got to Michigan State.
Because he was good being himself.
Yeah.
Wow. His calling.
He was mediocre. He would be a below average KD. Man. But he's a great Draymond Green.
Man, he'd be a below average JJ Williams, bro, if he was trying to be KD. You know what I mean?
I feel like I could have added some value to the board.
that ain't a diss either.
Nah, bro.
We all know Dre can't shoot.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But man, so just like as we just close, my one question for you guys is like, because I want to help people really, like, if they are leaders or they're wanting to become leaders or they're trying to figure out the roadmap, you know what I'm saying, to helping people alongside them, like, what are some things that you are currently working on as a leader? Like, what are, you know what I'm saying? What's like maybe a trait that you're learning? What's a principle you're trying to apply? Like, you know what I'm saying? What is that?
First one in, last one out. That's what I'm trying to trying to learn and apply. Like what you said, I said earlier, like I'm not the best at the Excel spreadsheet, but man, I got some YouTube videos that I'm watching just to get better at like using the Google suite, so I could use it to like just get a little more organized for my people. Because for myself, I'm not motivated to do it for myself. It's like I could care less about that. But if I could be the first one in and show them, hey, I know a little bit of the Google stuff too, I could show you this, that, and the other, then I know that they know that I at least care, you know? So, I mean, first one, that's one example of first one in, last one out. So like, hey, I'm not going to ask you to know how to do the spreadsheets of this or do the program. And I don't know how to do them at all.
That's good.
Unless I'm hiring you for a specific role or something. But like, yeah, first one in, last one out. That's what I'm trying to learn.
That's heavy, bro. That's heavy. Mike, what about you, fam?
I have to say, I guess if I've tried, what I'm really focused on more than anything right now is just like trying to be a leader in my family, you know?
Same.
So one of the things like listening, you know, listen to my wife, you know, and as I'm listening, I'm like, wow, she's really wise.
Took mine.
You know what I mean? My bad, bro. Hey, that's how you know it's real.
That's how you know. Yeah.
The married fellas are talking. Yes.
Accept being wrong. You know what I mean? And accept being wrong. Listen. Be a man of my word. You know what I mean? And just be diligent in everything that I'm doing. You know, putting the family first when I'm out, when I leave the house. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's about it.
No, that's good. You stole mine, but you know, I gotta back up. For me, man, it's just it's not my way or the highway, right? Because I got the type of personality where y'all know me, I lock in. I'm like, I really embrace the student role. So I'm learning, I'm constantly reading, I'm constantly like listening, I'm constantly studying. And so that can make for, you know, like we talk about sometimes that ego as a leader can poke out where it's like, maybe not, it's not the ego in like, oh, bro, he's a narcissist, but it's the ego in like, I'm always right. You know what I'm saying?
You put
like
that much work into something is hard sometimes to see like, I could be wrong, you know?
Right. So it's that humility aspect. And then, bro, like, I just love that quote, man. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. And so I'm so grateful. I told my wife this the other day, like literally all I have around me is leaders. And like, not just like, not unhealthy leaders. I'm talking, I got like real, like, I mean, we got other people too, but they lead in whatever position they occupy. So they, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, Ramsey, you talk about the delegation stuff gets easy. You know what I'm saying? The trusting. And then also the allowing myself to be led gets easy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the really huge thing is like, bro, allowing myself to be led, allowing my, like really, you know what I'm saying? And it start from the crib, like allowing my wife to like, oh, she got, no, this, you, okay, man, you take it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop trying to fix everything, bro. Like you don't know it all. Like, and that's the thing, like in my head, I know I don't know it all. That's why I'm constantly trying to learn. But my ego is like, maybe you know a lot though. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, bro,
knowledge puffs up, love edifies, right?
Ooh, okay, we go. All right, there it is. That's leadership, y'all. Say that one more time, Ramsey, and take us on home.
Man. That's the Bible. I mean, Bible said it, not, but knowledge puffs up, knowledge pokes your chest up, gives you that ego, that confidence. But love edifies, love builds up.
My God, and that's leadership, bro. That's leadership right there.
Lead with love.
Hello, Mike. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Are you trying for a closing remark?
No, you good. No, I was just like, go ahead. Go, yeah, if you got something, go ahead.
No, I thought Ramsey did great right there. I thought you said, come on, Mike, my bad. I misinterpreted what you were saying.
No, that was because that was your bar. You know what I'm saying? That was your dad's bar.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? So that's huge, bro. Yeah. But man, fellas, y'all was bombs away today. We was the Warriors tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all are able to take away some gems, man. And until next week, y'all just stay tuned to what we got coming. Ramsey, what's up with Do-Rag Chronicles, bro? We're gonna get some more Do-Rag Chronicles. I know you and the Velvet Boy tonight.
You know, and it's warm in here. I turned off the fan for the podcast, but we'll get some Do-Rag Chronicles. We got some great stories about just life and family and being Caribbean in South Florida. We'll have some good, funny, and uplifting stories. Do-Rag
Man, forgetting Father's Day, man. I'm ready here. I'm ready to see the Chronicles.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm ready to see them Do-Rag Chronicles. All right. Well, shoot. Mike, what's up with you, bro? Y'all got anything new going on over there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same old, man.
Just building.
Yeah, just building, man.
I feel you, man. Yeah. I feel you. I'm doing the same. I'm trying to do the same.
Yeah.
I hope we get these training videos that come out. That's what I'm hoping. Blessings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Sure, man.
Yeah, listen, Mike might be one of the most versatile jokers in the world, bro. It ain't too much you can't do, bro. Or can't dabble in, bro. I'm just saying, bro. You can walk in all types of circles, and that's leadership.
I appreciate that, bro. We all kind of got that, though.
Nah, bro, I just like niggers. Nah, I'm just...
What you working on, JJ? What
man, so really, just this goes again to having leaders, other leaders around you. So Dom, we were just having a conversation, and he was like, "Hey, bro, it's time to go to the next level." He was like, "Your little videos on your phone ain't cutting it, so we got to go to another level." So he was like, so he said, "Listen," he laid out the plan. This is how we're gonna do it. This is what we're gonna do. So we about to turn up, these videos that we doing to another level. Yeah, bro.
Dom.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? Shout out to director Dom. But bro, these next 6 months about to be so crazy. Just for everything we got going. Hopefully we can get a live podcast in together. So we got to make that a goal. You know what I'm saying? We got to make a goal to have one live podcast together this year. So we'll see.
Down. We won't have to edit out anything.
Nah, ain't no telling we all get together.
Yeah, we got to do that thing first thing when we link up.
Right. Yeah. But all right, fellas. Well, man, we appreciate y'all for listening again. This episode. What episode are we on? 4, 5? Is this 5?
This might be 5.
Yeah.
Maybe 5, or 4 or 5. Who knows? But man, we'll see y'all next week. Till then, light bring more light. Peace.